Hello there, my name is Squalo and I'm bringing you this cryptocurrency update. Now in this video there are quite a few things to discuss. Number one, really wanted to talk to you about S&P 500, then what's going on in Bitcoin in general, then something interesting from Mexico, and then also some interesting stuff about Ripple lawsuit, which is quite interesting to mention. And also I really wanted to talk about actually Ethereum, and also if we have enough time about the whales and what the whales are currently doing as well. So without any further ado, please smash up that like button, show me some support so that I'm motivated to make these videos every single day. And always, as always, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload, and follow me on Twitter as well as Telegram. All the links down in the description. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get right into it. As we can see, we are still in this pattern in Bitcoin, and probably we might stay there for a while, who knows. But currently we just got rejected again from $38,000, but the price didn't really come that close to the level, so I wasn't able to get myself a false break model or a bounce, so I didn't unfortunately enter. And if you want to be trading actively yourself and find these nice setups for longing or shorting, then look no further than Bybit. And down in the description of this video you'll get there is an exclusive link which will give you a $4,100 bonus on top of your initial deposit. I personally trust Bybit. They have amazing liquidity. They're one of the biggest. Their commissions are very competitive and their spreads are also very good. So and then it's a very comfortable platform to trade with. I personally have over $300,000 with them at this time, so they're very reliable and I do trust them. Okay, so in this instance, when we look at Bitcoin, again, I mentioned this before that we are actually moving upward a bit here. Well, it's a side move-ish movement. However, we have these bottoms that are going higher and higher, while in S&P 500 it's actually going down a little bit. So what does this mean? This is actually Bitcoin losing correlation with S&P 500. And as we've seen before, that currently, I mean, Bitcoin is still a baby, so it's very difficult to identify whether Bitcoin is a better hedge against inflation than, for example, S&P 500. Of course, S&P 500 is a terrible hedge against inflation because it's a high-risk asset, and during high inflation, when the interest rates are rising, S&P 500 is going down. So that's why a lot of people are saying that, you know, once interest rates are going to be rising, Bitcoin is just going to plummet just like everything else, which might be the case. However, as we are seeing right now, and in the past data, which I showed you in one of the previous videos, that's why subscribe and watch each single one of my videos, because each single one is super important. And I showed you before that Bitcoin, even in its very small history, which is difficult to analyze anything really, but Bitcoin has been performing much better and outperforming the inflation in many more cases than S&P 500. So it is becoming, you know, from going from scarcity to actually a good hedge against inflation, but only time will tell, and we'll be able to tell in like 10, 20, 30 years to precisely, you know, whether that's the case or not. But right now we have all the indications that it is. And also right here, as I mentioned to you, I think in the previous video, where S&P 500, I did tell you that we are in between these two levels right here. And if we go to a smaller time frame, that we were actually squeezed in between right here, then we got rejected from it again, from this bottom one, from the support, and now we finally broke below. So on the daily chart it looks like this. So we're going down, and currently, do we have any support on the way? Maybe at, I don't know, $4,000 right here. So we have quite a way we could actually go down in S&P 500. So technically this should be something that should drive Bitcoin down as well. However, as we can see right here, when we had this big move downward in S&P 500, Bitcoin didn't really do much. And currently, you know, when it's going to be moving much lower, maybe it's gonna cause us to break the support, which again is a great place to either long or short, depending on the structure that happens in a smaller time frame and your risk and money management and your understanding of market sentiment. And if you want to learn how to do all of that properly, then go to thomasqualo.com and become one of my students at my certified and accredited trading education. Also a amazing discount, link to an amazing discount on my certified education down in the description of this video. And so this is the current situation. So we are looking down at a potential free fall for S&P 500 right now, especially when the interest rates are going to be rising. So we just have to wait and see how that is going to affect Bitcoin. However, what is most important right now that I really wanted to mention in this video is this piece of information right here. which is that the judge denies Ripple's executive motion to dismiss. So blah blah blah. It's all about XRP, and we are all, because I'm heavily invested in XRP as well, and everybody is waiting what's going to happen to XRP, what's going to happen to the lawsuit. So, and with this situation with the lawsuit, currently there is an update. So just to summarize it real quick, right here. In addition, the judge also denied the SEC's motion to strike Ripple's make it or break it fair notice defense. And this is the thing that Ripple is arguing, that SEC did not give Ripple a fair notice. And this is a huge thing, because if they haven't, then this case could all just go out the window and XRP is gonna just 10x. So, and it also is going to affect cryptocurrencies in general, and Bitcoin is gonna be a really good news. Just like, you know, a Bitcoin ETF, or, you know, mass adoption, XRP winning the case against SEC is going to be huge for the whole crypto market. And right now, if you're following XRP, then you will have this inclination to believe that it's looking more positive for XRP right now than negative. So that's why it is very good news. And here also an important part that Garlinghouse also took on Twitter to describe the fair notice ruling as a huge win for the defendants, without commenting on his failed motion to dismiss the lawsuit. So they actually moved to dismiss the lawsuit. It was denied, but nonetheless, they have still a huge win right now. So this is something that, you know, if this year there has to be a resolution this year. They keep postponing it, which as always. But if there is going to be a win, and there is a good chance there's going to be a win, this could be, you know, a huge time for crypto to start pumping. So this is a very important thing I really wanted to mention. And now down to this piece right here, which is very controversial. It's very fresh right now, but this is breaking news that Mexico to declare Bitcoin as legal tender. Updates to come as the story develops. Very interesting, right? Because if there's going to be legal tender in Mexico, Mexico is much bigger than El Salvador. This would be huge. There is an issue with this. I would actually pay attention to this a bit more because Mexican news account has only 1,300 followers, even though this tweet has actually gone viral, sort of. But I would just, you know, confirm this from other sources before, you know, making any conclusions on this. Now, the next thing that I really wanted to mention is also what the whales are doing. So I'm not gonna bore you with all the complicated charts. I'm just gonna spill the beans because you guys want, you know, straight information. And that is that whales have stopped accumulating currently, but which is, you know, an interesting sign that they're not accumulating in this area right here. But what we are seeing, a huge accumulation from small fish. So we're seeing a huge accumulation from small market participants, and it's just, you know, it's skyrocketing right now. So this is actually also is telling us a story about the adoption, the mass adoption by small fish, so regular people, of crypto. So it's not going down by any means, it's actually going up. And when it comes to the whales, they're actually, you know, taking a sideline for now. So they've accumulated real hard till a certain point in this area right here, so they've stopped accumulating. So this is the current situation with the whales, and it still is sort of a very good news. So as for me, once again, my current targets, let me just make this a bit bigger, which I have mentioned many times before. That's why I always say watch my videos from the beginning until the end, and never make conclusions based on the thumbnail or whatever, or the title of the video. So currently, again, we are in this flag formation right here, and we are waiting for either a break below this one, which is going to be a beautiful shorting opportunity, or a false break of this area, which is going to be a beautiful opportunity to trade it with a target of about, I would say, $43,000, just because we have a lot of resistance here, just to be on the safe side. Or even I would say $42,000 would be a very nice trade from here to about 42K. Well, just a short-term trade. I'm just showing you what I could possibly be looking out for. And then, of course, if something nice comes out and we have a lot of pumping happening, then this is going to be the area of which we really want to break this area of 44,300 down to 45,700, 44,700 to 45,700, and we close above this with a lot of volume. This is going to be when we're going to go past these very important moving averages as well, and stabilize above this resistance right here, which has been super strong, and that's when we're gonna have a target in Bitcoin of at least $55, $57, $58,000 in a short-term perspective. So this is my current outlook. Please do let me know, what do you think? What's your current outlook? And if you have any suggestions for my content, maybe I should do Ethereum, maybe other altcoins, and what do you want me to look at next? Please do let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio!